Hey everybody, this is Ryan Vickers with Rigs of Death Metal, and today we are checking out this guy. This is a custom one-off from Doubleday Guitars. Let's hear it. Okay, you guys have got to hear it in a couple of different styles now. I'm going to just kind of go through and read the specs on this thing first. So, this body is called the Starling. So, you know, it's an S-type, right? That's what we'll call it. This one in particular is very much catered towards rock, metal, shredder. Like, I mean, this, other than like the really killer, very, very original black and gold swirl, if you look at just the overall layout of this thing, I mean, it screams Eddie Van Halen with the single humbucker and a Strat with a Floyd and a single volume knob. You know, and even the feel and output of the humbucker kind of gives me like those EVH sort of vibes. Let's see here. Let's see. This is serial number 67. The completion date was November of 2024. Which I'm just getting all this information off of the listing. This is actually for sale right now up on doubledayguitars.com. So you can own this exact specific guitar. I will, you know, full disclosure here. This is not a cheap guitar. This is a custom hand-built high quality instrument for listed at $3,750 right now. This has made it out to like one guitar show and has gone to me for this demo, and that's it. So back to the specs here. Body is Ponderosa Pine, which, you know, I've never played that. I've never played an instrument with any of these woods before. Weight wise, it feels about like what a Strat would feel like, maybe a hair bit heavier. I'm not sure. The neck, which I've, you know, I'll throw pictures up here too. The neck is Cuban mahogany, and probably honestly one of the most eye-catching features of this guitar, even despite like the killer swirl paint job. Neck profile, he has listed as a modern C, which I think we all know a C profile can vary quite a bit, but it's very comfortable. It's not, you know, not crazy thick. I like this better than a standard, you know, Fender scale length or radius. I'm not sure if the radius is, you know, the exact number. So it could be dead on, like 1 for 1, and then I just look stupid. But just going off of memory, playing, I've played tons of Strats and Tellys and lots of Fenders. Yeah, this one just feels a little bit better to me. It's comfortable in the hand without being like, too chunky. Can still do, lots of shreddy stuff on it. Feels good. 12-inch radius fingerboard. The fingerboard is ebony. Jescar 55090 frets. No inlays, obviously. Nice clean fretboard here, but it does have the side markers. It says the side dots are made of sterling silver, actually. I did not know that. Huh. Okay, I see it now. Did not notice. Go figure. 25.5-inch scale length. Standard Fender scale length. It's a bone nut. 1.650. I guess that's the width. Black hardware. One thing I thought was pretty cool though, the fine tuner knobs or fine tuner wheels are brass on the black Floyd Rose. I thought that was a cool little touch. Kind of complements the gold in the paint job. Let me see. Floyd Rose original. The nut is not a locking nut, which I know would be typical for a lot of Floyd Rose equipped guitars. That's normally how you see them. However, you would see a lot more in the 80s. Maybe, guitars with a floating trem that did not have the locking nut. If you build a guitar well enough, then you can actually get by with it. I was pretty abusive testing this guitar out. Not abusive, but I was definitely using the whammy pretty extensively. Even though in my typical playing, a kind of a light touch and maybe an occasional die bomb with the whammy, But this does have locking tuners. These are True Tone brand locking tuners. And yeah, this thing's crazy stable as far as tuning. I think in the entire recording session, I maybe had to tune up like one time. And another thing with the bridge, you can see that it doesn't have like the full routing. However, he has this kind of set up to where you can still pull back just a hair. So, I mean, you can actually still get some pretty cool pull back on the bar, kind of dime bag squeals. Maybe not as nuts, but still pretty good. And we actually talked about that, and apparently that's better for tuning stability if you have a little bit of wiggle room. You learn something every day. My Epiphone Ghost Horse Explorer has a Floyd Rose just like this without like the swimming pool cavity. So, dive only. I may have to try to set mine up in the same way just to kind of test that out more. The humbucker in here is actually one that Walker wound himself. I can't talk today. Walker at Doubleday actually wound this pickup himself. It is 17.05K Alnico 8 magnet, and yeah, this thing sounds great. It sounds like a more expensive JB or distortion or something. Yeah, it's a lot clearer than distortion. I think a Duncan distortion pickup is I don't know. I don't think they're very articulate. I don't know. I think it's too much gain or too loose sounding. I always like the JB better. Just a little cleaner sounding. And this is definitely that. It just sounds like a better JB. Just clearer. I don't know how else to describe it. Definitely gets, You heard it. You can do like the 80s tones pretty well. It's got good harmonics. Chords ring out pretty well. Everything's rear mounted, not unlike a typical Strat with a pick guard where everything's top mounted. They got everything routed in the back. No cover for the tremolo cavity, which I always, take mine off anyway. And then just a knurled black. Oh, it's actually a black brass knob there. Let me see. And then, a black and gold swirl nitrocellulose finish. I can't say it. Oh, and there's the actual weight, 8 pounds, 0 ounces. So, about an 8-pound guitar. Pretty good weight to it. Not going to break your back. And that's it for the feature set. But this thing has been an absolute pleasure to play on. Don't get to play anything this nice all the time. And don't get me wrong, I have my custom WKM, and I love that thing. I mean, it's spec'd out the way I like it. This just has that feel of like a really high quality, like vintage, like when you go to Guitar Center and go to like the room where they have everything like locked up on a hanger, and you have to have an employee come and get the thing down for you. This has that feel. It feels like $3,000. The crazy wood choices, the insane attention to detail. This is definitely for the discerning guitar player. This is not a budget brand. This isn't, something for, if a working class guy could definitely get this, but this is more for the guy that just needs like one or two good quality guitars, as opposed to like, a rack of middle of the road guitars like I got behind me, with a couple of exceptions. I want to thank Walker over at Doubleday for letting me check this out. If you look at his history, he has predominantly produced guitars for a lot of like country, maybe some classic rock-ish kind of stuff. But he's wanting to branch out into rock and metal kind of territory. He's very comfortable with a lot of Fender-ish builds, Strats, Tellys, what have you. But after playing this, you could spec it out however you want. Obviously, all of his guitars are custom, handmade, one-off. So if you're a Strat guy or a Telly guy, but you want it set up to absolutely rip on some metal or even some older rock kind of stuff, he can do it. I have no qualms. Granted, I kept this set up in standard E tuning just because it's on loan and I didn't want to mess with it too much. But you could easily set this up for whatever tuning and go play with your grindcore or slam band or brutal death band, whatever. You can shred on this thing. You can hold tuning like nobody's business. You can do anything with it. There's not much else to say. This is the nicest guitar that I have featured on this channel to this date. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Follow Doubleday Guitars, subscribe to the channel, and if you are so inclined, if you are looking for something top quality, next level kind of stuff, like best of the best kind of thing, and Strats, Tellys, that kind of deal, Jazzmasters, any kind of Fender build, if that's your jam and you're just wanting something a little bit extra, Doubleday, absolutely. Doubleday all day, every day. Yeah. Thanks again, man. Thanks again to Walker over at Doubleday for sending this out. We really appreciate it. This has been a total treat for me to get to play this. And I hope some of you guys with a little bit deeper pockets or a stronger dedication to to quality will consider Doubleday for your next big purchase. Thank you. Comment down below. Let us know what you think. We will see you next time. Peace.